Good morning, good evening, everyone. I'm Berna, and I'm recording part 4, the printing process, step 9 to 16, for DevCom 206. Before we dive into the technical steps of the printing process, let's take a moment to understand its significance in the context of development, communication, and media production. Printing is more than just producing physical materials. It's a strategic tool used to inform, educate, and empower communities. Whether it's a health brochure, a disaster preparedness manual, or a campaign poster, printed materials remain vital, especially in the areas with limited access to digital media. In this session, we'll take a look at the actual production workflow used from step 9 to 16, which includes key steps like stripping, blueprinting, plating, and binding. These steps are not only technical, but also crucial in ensuring that final output is accurate, culturally appropriate, and ready for distribution. Introduction to the printing process. Printing is critical phase in development communication, serving as bridge between the content creation and audience engagement. It ensures that messages are effectively delivered through tangible media such as brochure, posters, manuals, and flyers. This presentation focuses on the technical workflow involved in the printing process, specifically the steps from stripping to binding, which are essential in both print and broadcast production. Understanding these steps helps communication maintain quality, accuracy, and efficiency in their materials, ultimately enhancing the impact of development campaigns. Technical workflow of the printing process is stripping and cleaning of the plats, blueprinting, insertion of corrections, plating, and printing, collating, and binding. Stripping involves the manual arrangement of film negatives on a flat surface to ensure correct pagination and alignment before printing. This step 9 is crucial for multi-page documents like manual or newsletters. Once stripping is complete, the flats are cleaned, which is step 10 to remove dust, smudges, or debris. Cleaning ensures clarity and precision in the final print, as even minor imperfections can affect the entire batch. These initial steps set the foundation for a successful print run by preparing the materials for accurate reproduction. Blueprinting and insertion of corrections. Step 11 on blueprinting is the process of creating a test print to check layout and design. It allows for early detection of errors, and it's often shared with stakeholders for approval. Based on feedback from the blueprint, corrections are manually inserted, which is step 12, which means it may involve restripping or editing the flats. These steps ensure the accuracy and relevance of the content before it moves to the plating stage. Blueprinting and corrections are vital for maintaining high standards and avoiding costly mistakes in mass production. Plating and printing. Plating involves transferring the corrected flats to printing plates, which are used in offset printing to transfer ink to paper. This step bridges the gap between design and production. Once plating is complete, the actual printing, which is step 14, process begins. Depending on the volume and purpose, printing can be done using offset digital or screen printing techniques. Quality control during printing is essential to ensure consistency and clarity across all materials. These steps are where the visual and textual content is physically reproduced for distribution. Collating and binding. And collating involves, on step 15, arranging printed pages in correct order, while step 16, binding, secures them together using methods such as stapling glue or spiral binding. These final steps prepare the materials for distributions, ensuring they are user-friendly and durable. Proper collating and binding enhance the professionalism and usability of printed materials, which is especially important in development communication, where clarity and accessibility are paramount. These steps complete the production cycle and ready the materials for field use. In conclusion, the printing process is a detailed and technical workflow that supports effective communication in development contexts. Each step, from stripping to binding, ensures clarity, accuracy, and impact. Despite the growth of digital media, print remains a vital tool, especially in the areas with limited digital access. Understanding and executing the printing process with precision enhances the quality and effectiveness of development communication materials. The printing process is detailed just to give you us just to give us a clearer picture of how the printing process works in real world setting. Let's watch a short video titled The Printing Process. This video walks us through the key stages of professional printing, from preparing the plates and loading the paper to the actual printing, drying and collating, and then binding. As you watch, try to connect each step with what we discussed earlier in stripping, blueprinting, correction, plating, and finishing. Notice how precision and timing play a crucial role in producing high quality printed materials. This process is not only technical, it's also strategic, especially when used in development communication to deliver accurate and impactful messages. Let's take a look.
A sheet offset press consists of four main sections: the feeder and lay system, the printing units, the delivery system, and the control station. The feeder and lay system ensures that once the pallet of paper has been loaded into the press, paper sheets are fed from the paper stack into the press one by one in exactly the same position. The printing units each print a single color on only one side of the paper. This press has 10 print units. The second set of 5 print towers has exactly the same function as the first, allowing both sides of the paper to be printed in one pass. A perfecting cylinder between the first set of 5 units and the second set realigns the paper so that the reverse side is facing upwards. After they have passed through the print units, the delivery system stacks the printed sheets on the delivery board. During the print run, the press operator takes sample sheets from the press and checks them at the control station. Let us look at the offset printing process in more detail on this 5-color press. Before the print run can start, the plates must be loaded into the print units. Extreme care is needed because even small scratches on the plates would be visible in the printed image. All the color separation plates must be in accurate register with each other. And every plate has register holes to locate it precisely on both the plate setter and now on the printing press. The printing plate is automatically wrapped onto the plate cylinder, pressing against the rubber blanket cylinder. The print units in the press are supplied with ink via a piped distribution system from a central ink reservoir. Modern vegetable oil-based printing inks are environmentally sustainable and contain only biological solvents, rather than the mineral oils found in traditional inks. The first 4 colour print units are loaded evenly with ink in the order black, cyan, magenta, and yellow. Individual colours or varnishes may be mixed by hand on the 5th unit. Certain areas of the artwork have more intense colour than others, and the press software has determined that more or less ink must be supplied to each duct across the ink rollers. The print unit automatically adjusts for this for each colour, and the run is ready to start. The pallet of paper is loaded into the press and carefully aligned with the feeder system. Air blast and suction devices separate the sheets from the stack and feed them into the press one at a time. Double sheet detectors measure sheet thickness, stopping the paper feed to avoid a paper jam if 2 sheets stick together. Two front lays ensure that each sheet is accurately and consistently positioned as it enters the press. Corresponding side lays push each sheet sideways into the exact same position to ensure perfect register. Grippers, mechanical fingers, now pull the sheet into the first printing unit. Further grippers, seen here in setup mode, feed the paper sheets through the press, and the 4-coloured printed image builds on the paper. Finally, the gripper system pulls the sheets into the delivery section and stacks them. At this point, the ink is still wet, which might cause the sheets to stick together or smudge if handled roughly. To avoid this, anti-set-off powder is sprayed onto the sheets before they are stacked. Specially formulated rapid set inks and papers use less anti-set-off powder and allow the sheets to be handled and finished straight off the press. While the first sheets are being printed, an automatic scanner checks the registration and colour saturation. Although the plates are mounted very accurately on register pins, they may still need fine adjustment to be perfectly aligned. The press automatically corrects this, and the operator can also make fine adjustments on the control panel. The press operator takes samples to confirm correct colour and register throughout the run. The final stage of the print run is to collate the different sheets together, bind them and cut them to size. Sheet paper is supplied to the printer in standard sizes, and if necessary, a guillotine is used to cut the printed sheets to the customer's required dimensions. Books and magazines are folded into sets of DIN A4 pages, called signatures, which contain the pages in the correct order, but not yet cut or bound. The stitcher gatherer assembles the different signatures in the right page sequence, together with the cover sheet. Each assembled set of pages is then stitched or stapled together and cut to the final size to create the finished publication.
As we come to an end of our time together, I just want to share how much I've come up to value the many steps behind the printing process, from stripping and blueprinting to plating, printing, and binding. It's easy to overlook these details, but they're what makes you sure our materials truly connect and communicate effectively. I hope you've seen how these technical steps aren't just procedures, they're the foundation that help us deliver messages that matter, whether it's for broadcast campaign, or printed resources reaching communities in need. This process is a bridge, closing gaps and making information accessible. Let's keep this in mind as we create and share media, striving always for quality, cultural sensitivity, and sustainability. Thank you for your attention and wishing you all a wonderful day ahead.